Van Deeb, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van Deeb.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Van Deeb podcast. Man, am I glad you're with me today, because I've got a topic I want to share with you that's heavy on my heart, especially in this world that we live in today. You know, this is the time of year that usually we're planning our goals and resolutions for the next year. We're talking about what we want to accomplish and, you know, what we want to achieve at our careers and maybe in our personal life, where we want to lose weight, we want to quit smoking, we want to drink less, we want to eat more edibles. No, I didn't say that, but we make all these resolutions of what we want to do for the following year. Well, how about making plans this year to not only benefit you, but also let's do things to benefit others? How about becoming someone's miracle? The definition and meaning of a miracle is going to vary to each of us. We're all going to have different meanings. But the meaning of being someone's miracle to me is very simple. It's making a huge difference in someone's life by being intentional and laser focused to make it happen. We're going to cover some things that you can do to become someone's miracle. I like what Richard Hatch says. He says, "I know from personal experience how fear and low self-worth can cripple one's ability to succeed in life. But with a little support, caring, and inspiration, miracles can happen." I really believe that. You don't have to do something monumental. Maybe it's calling up one of your friends saying, "How can I be of help for you today?" So I'm just going to give you what becoming someone's miracle looks like to me. If I were to make a list, just a list of things that I could do to try to become someone's miracle, these are just a few things that would be on my list. One is, I want to find out the dreams and wishes of someone I know, and then do my best to help them make it become a reality. You know, somebody that I know that says, "Hey, my life would be better if this was happening, or if I had this," and then figuring out if I have the ability to help them accomplish that. To me, that's becoming someone's miracle. Or maybe helping someone with a simple task that they're not capable of doing themselves. You may not think this is a miracle, but to somebody on the receiving end, it would be. Maybe it's trimming bushes for an elderly person that can't do it themselves and they can't afford to pay for it. Maybe it's going to the grocery store for them, and maybe it's making a commitment to doing it once a month. So you get my drift on how simple it is to come up with ways to be somebody's miracle. Maybe it's words of encouragement. Sometimes all people really need from you is verbal support and resolutions to challenges. Maybe there's nothing material that somebody's seeking from you to be their miracle. Maybe it's just you support them. Maybe you encourage them, inspire, empower, and motivate them. Also, maybe it's you connect with people that could use your resources and your connections to help them advance. Somebody you know may say they want to be in this industry, or they want this, or they want that. If you know somebody that is in your camp, why not be resourceful and help them and introduce them by a text introduction, an email introduction, anything you can do to help them. Maybe you become deeply involved in a charity to support the charity's mission to be someone's miracle. You know, nonprofits can always use your time and energy. I guarantee you, if you get on the phone and call up some of these charitable organizations and you say, I want to contribute to helping your mission, you'll be a miracle to them. Of course, the obvious group that could use our help more than ever, especially now, is teachers. Teachers could use some miracles to help them educate our children. Teachers need our financial help and our resources to help them help our kids. So think about it. Maybe you can adopt a school and start doing nice things for them. Or maybe even more specific, maybe you're going to adopt a classroom or a favorite department that you might have and help them raise money for supplies that they need. Anything and everything. Maybe that's all that they need, is just someone to be their miracle by helping them accomplish what their goals are. So you get the idea. I've given you 6 ideas that can help you become somebody's miracle. I know you can make a list right now and come up with 10 more, probably within 30 minutes, of what you can do to be someone's miracle. I want to tell you, I'm very fortunate that I've got so many people in my camp that are constantly thanking me for things that I had the ability to do to help them. There was a young lady that I was, she calls me her miracle. This person came to my real estate company a long time ago. Actually, I had a friend call me and say, hey, there's a gal that got into real estate. She's super young, and she went to work for this one company in Omaha, Nebraska, and no one was there to help her. She had all these questions that she wanted to have answered to help her become a good real estate agent, and there was no training for her. So she left them and she went to another company. Well, she's sitting at an open house and somebody walks in, they say, I want to buy this house. Well, no one's helped her ever fill out a contract. She called as many people as she could think of in her company and nobody helped her. So she left that day not selling a house and becoming so discouraged, she says, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Well, her girlfriend said, don't get out of the real estate industry without talking to Van Deeb first and just see if he can help you. So she said, okay, that person called me and said, I really want you to meet this person. So I sat down with her, and like I said, she calls me her miracle because I listened to her needs, I believed in her, I supported her, and all I'm going to tell you is moving forward, within 2 years, this real estate agent was making over 6 digits, over $100,000 within 2 years, because we cared, because we guided her. And like I said, she said we were her miracle. And really all I look at it is, if we have the ability to help somebody, I look at it as we have the responsibility to help somebody. If you don't use your God-given gifts and your talent to benefit others, then why is it even there? Don't let what's inside of you, your unique skill set and your abilities, go to waste just sitting there. Help people. Become somebody's miracle. It may not cost you a dime, but just maybe your time. One of my favorite bands, Bon Jovi, John Bon Jovi says, miracles happen every day. Change your perception of what a miracle is, and you'll see them all around you. I love that statement. That's a great quote. Today, I'm telling you, more than ever, we need to be the bright light, not just to inspire, encourage, and empower others, but also for ourselves. We need to be good to ourselves and make sure we are doing everything in our life to make sure that we matter. Because the more we work on ourselves and the more we want to make ourselves believe in ourselves and that we matter, the more we love ourselves and move our own needle forward in our lives, then that's when we can really be a benefit and help others move theirs. But before we can be of asset to somebody else, we've got to be an asset to ourselves. So make these resolutions. Do what you have to do to plan for a great upcoming year or upcoming month or whatever. Make it about how to improve yourself. But also, we have the ability to be other people's miracles. You know, in my speeches, which I'd love for you to hire me, I'll create a custom presentation for you, whatever your needs are, and I'll travel the country. I speak in my presentations often when I'm doing keynotes and workshops, this fact, because we really need to be aware of it. In 1998, they did a mental health study. And at that time in 98, 1 out of 8 people suffered from depression, anxiety, or some sort of mental illness. Well, they did that same study a year ago. And that study identified that 1 out of 2 people suffer from depression, anxiety, or mental illness. So the reason why I'm sharing this statistic with you is people need our positive, loving attitude now more than ever. And like I say, it doesn't have to cost you a dime. It can be words of encouragement, inspiration, making people feel like they matter. I know you can think of a lot of ways that you can make people feel like they matter, but it's time. What are we waiting for? Let's help others get to where they want to go. Let's help others feel like that they are needed and that they are important and that they matter. You know, Mary Kay Ash, one of my favorite people to quote because I loved how she built her billion-dollar cosmetic business. She used to tell her salespeople, pretend everybody you meet, pretend they have a sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." Isn't that cool? I've been doing that my entire 41-year sales career. If I don't make you feel like you matter or you're important, why would you want to do business with me? It's the same thing with trying to be an advantage, an asset to somebody that needs you the most. You want to be a liability? Make them feel terrible. We don't want to be that way to people. We want to make people feel like they matter. So my message today is come up with some way. First of all, you got to be your own miracle. You got to do the great things you want to do for yourself because nobody else is going to do them for you. You've got to be the quarterback. But also consider other people, not just buying them gifts, but finding a way to become their miracle. You know me. I'm very transparent. I truly believe we have the God-given ability to be someone's miracle. So I'm asking you this question. What are we waiting for? Let's set at least one of our goals for the new year or any year. At least one of our goals and resolutions, let's set that to become someone's miracle. I know you have the ability. I'm grateful you listened to this podcast today. If I can ever do anything for you, my email is van@vandeeb.com. I'd love to come speak to your company, sales organization, service organization, keynote speech, workshop, or anything you think that I can benefit you. You can learn a ton about me by going to vandeeb.com. So once again, let's be somebody's miracle. Thanks for listening to the Van Deeb podcast.